All right, so we've got a lot to unpack here.
We do.
You know all this stuff you've been sharing with me,
Yeah.
articles and production notes and the buzz online,
Right.
all pointing to one thing.
Yeah.
The upcoming F1 movie starring Brad Pitt.
And Damson Idris.
Damson Idris.
Yeah.
And slated for June 2025.
It's a huge project.
Huge.
Yeah.
A lot of ambition behind it.
I mean, what strikes me right off the bat is this isn't just
another racing movie.
like another racing movie, right?
This is something different.
The level of access they seem to have had and the talent involved
Absolutely
suggests something much bigger.
Yeah, I think it's going to be significant.
Yeah. And for everyone listening today,
Right.
our deep dive is going to give you a real feel for what this film is all about.
Yeah.
We're going to look at the story, the characters who bring it to life,
Yeah.
how this movie was actually made
Yeah.
amidst like the craziness of real F1 races.
Yeah, in the thick of it.
And maybe most importantly,
Yeah, what impact it could have on the sport we all follow,
for sure.
particularly here in the USA
Right.
and the UK.
I think of this like
Go ahead.
your shortcut to being totally in the know.
Yeah, because if you look at how much momentum is already behind F1,
Right.
this film could really accelerate that
Yes.
and bring that whole world to a wider audience.
Absolutely. So let's get right into the heart of it.
Okay, let's do it.
At the center of the story,
Yeah.
we have Sonny Hayes,
Okay.
played by Brad Pitt.
All right.
And he is a veteran F1 driver.
Okay.
So a guy with a past,
A bit of a history.
pulled back from
Oh,
retirement
wow.
to mentor
Okay.
a rookie driver.
All right, so the classic kind of.
Yeah, so this rookie is Joshua
Okay.
Noah Pierce,
All right.
brought to life by Damson Idris.
Great casting.
He is fighting his way up with a struggling team,
Interesting.
which immediately sets up that classic underdog narrative.
Yeah, the one we all love.
You know.
Heartstrings.
Yeah. I think that mentor-protege dynamic
Right.
is really powerful for storytelling.
Yeah.
And in the world of F1 especially,
Yeah.
it takes on this whole other dimension.
Is it?
The pressure is so intense.
Yeah.
Split-second decisions.
Right.
Careers can be so short.
Yeah.
So an experienced driver like Sonny
Yes.
has all this knowledge
Right.
that he can pass on
Yes.
to Noah.
Yeah. And I imagine a lot of that's unspoken as well.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not all.
It's instinct.
Yeah. And I think that clash between like the raw talent
Yeah.
of the young driver
Yeah.
and the seasoned strategic thinking
The veteran.
of the veteran
Right.
creates this inherent drama
Absolutely.
that's already baked in.
Yeah, that's already exciting.
Right. And then we have Javier Bardem
Oh, wow.
as Ruben, the team boss.
Oh, he's going to be good.
He's going to be fantastic.
Intense.
He's going to be that tough, demanding figure
Right.
pushing these two
You need that.
to their limits.
Yeah. Right. You need someone to kind of embody that pressure.
Yes, because in that environment,
Yeah.
you need someone to just
To keep him on track.
keep the pressure on that.
Yeah. They're the embodiment of the sport almost.
Yeah, and this is where it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
We're hearing about actual F1 personalities
Really?
making cameo appearances,
Wow.
like Carlos Sainz Jr.
Oh.
and even Gunther Steiner.
That's interesting.
What do you make of that level of integration?
Well, on one hand,
Yeah.
it's going to feel so real
Yes.
for actual F1 fans.
Right?
You know, to see those familiar faces
Yeah.
in a fictional world,
Yeah.
it's going to make it so immersive. But on the other hand,
Yeah.
it makes you wonder how they're going to weave those cameos into the story
Right.
without it feeling forced
Yeah.
or distracting.
Especially for
Yeah.
like a general audience.
Or people who maybe don't know who those people are.
Exactly. It's a delicate balance.
It is.
And I have to say, the visuals we've seen so far
Yeah.
look absolutely breathtaking.
I heard that.
They're not just showing cars racing.
Right.
They're capturing the speed,
Yeah.
the danger,
Yeah.
but also these like really intense, almost vulnerable
Oh, wow.
moments from the drivers.
The human side.
Yeah, it feels like they're trying to convey like the full spectrum
Yeah.
of emotion.
The whole experience.
Involved.
Yeah, because to translate that visceral experience of being on an F1 track
Right.
onto the big screen
Yeah,
is a huge undertaking.
absolutely.
You have to capture the speed,
Yeah,
but also the G-forces,
yeah,
the noise,
yeah.
the physical and mental demands on the drivers.
It's so much more
Yeah.
than just driving fast.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're going for like
Yeah.
a multi-sensory experience.
Yeah. So how did they manage to do all this? How
Yeah.
did they get this authentic feel?
Yeah.
Well, this is where it gets kind of wild.
Okay.
They didn't just build sets.
Oh, wow.
They filmed during actual Grand Prix weekends
No way.
at iconic circuits like Silverstone.
Wow.
Imagine trying to make a movie
The
while an F1 race is going on.
logistics of that.
It's mind-boggling.
The coordination must have been insane.
Absolutely.
You got the film crew, the actors,
Yeah.
specialized equipment,
Right.
and you're trying to fit all that in
Yeah.
to the tight schedule,
Yeah.
the high-pressure environment of a race weekend.
It's crazy.
It really speaks volumes about the cooperation they must have had.
Yes, from the sport itself. And then you look at the creative team.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
Okay.
Joseph Kosinski directing.
Oh, wow.
Same guy who did Top Gun Maverick.
So we know he can handle action?
He can deliver visually
Oh, sure.
stunning action.
Big time.
And then you have Jerry Bruckheimer,
Right? A legend.
and names synonymous with blockbusters.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
of course, Lewis Hamilton,
Okay.
7-time F1 world champion,
Come on.
as one of the producers.
That's huge.
That's huge. And I
Yeah.
think Lewis Hamilton's involvement
Yeah,
is key.
I think so too.
He brings this unparalleled level
Right.
of insider knowledge
He's been there.
and credibility.
Absolutely.
You know, he understands the sport,
Of course.
the culture,
Yeah, the patterns.
what makes it compelling.
Yeah.
And I bet his input really shaped the narrative.
Yeah, and ensured that authenticity
Yeah.
that might have been missing
And
otherwise.
they even partnered with real teams,
Really?
like Mercedes AMG.
Wow.
So the cars, the tech,
The dart stops.
the pit stops,
Everything.
it's all going to be as accurate as possible.
That's going to feel so real.
And get this,
What?
Brad Pitt himself
Yeah.
underwent training
No way.
to drive an F1 car.
That's commitment.
That's not just acting.
It's not just showing up.
That's commitment.
It shows you they're serious about this.
And I think that commitment to realism
Right.
is so crucial,
Yeah.
especially for the long-standing F1 fan base,
Especially in the UK,
particularly in the UK.
where it's like,
Yeah, where the sport has such deep history.
yeah, it's a way of life.
They'll be quick to spot any inaccuracies,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
but it also serves as this great entry point
Right.
for that growing U.S. audience, a lot of whom were drawn in by Drive to Survive.
Well, yeah, the Netflix show,
Yeah.
which is fantastic.
I almost feel like this movie could be like the big screen version of that,
Like the next level.
amplifying the spectacle
Right.
and the personal stories.
That's smart.
Drive to Survive really peeled back the layers of F1.
You revealed those
Yeah.
personalities,
Yeah.
the stakes.
Exactly. And this movie could build on that
Right.
and offer this even more immersive,
Yeah.
emotionally engaging experience
For newcomers and established fans.
for everyone.
So the overall impression I get
Yeah.
is they're aiming for something authentic,
Right.
something gritty,
Pretty.
that really captures the energy of F1
Yeah.
without going too far into Hollywood fantasy. Right? That balance is going to be
Right,
crucial.
balance is going to be key.
Yeah, because when you combine Kosinski's visual storytelling
Yes.
with the actual backdrop of F1,
Right.
that could be really powerful.
Yeah.
I think we can expect thrilling action,
Yeah.
but also a believable portrayal of the sport.
So let's think bigger picture for a second.
Okay.
F1 is undeniably experiencing this surge in popularity,
It's everywhere.
especially in the U.S.
Yeah.
Races in Miami and Austin
Massive events.
becoming huge events,
Yes.
selling out.
It's huge.
And in the UK, it's practically ingrained,
Oh, it's part of the culture.
sporting identity.
Like football.
Yeah. So how do you see this movie
Yeah.
playing into that current landscape?
Well, I think the timing is perfect for F1.
Right. Yeah.
They're already riding this wave of global interest.
Yes.
And a Hollywood movie like this
Yes.
could just amplify that even more.
Absolutely.
Introduce the sport to a whole new audience.
Yeah, imagine someone who's never even considered
Right.
watching a Grand Prix,
Yeah.
sees this movie,
Yeah.
gets caught up in the drama, the speed, and
Yeah.
then suddenly
Yeah.
they find themselves tuning in on a Sunday morning
To see the real thing.
to see what it's really like.
That's a massive opportunity for F1.
Absolutely. And again,
Yeah.
Lewis Hamilton's role as producer, I
Right.
think, is so valuable here.
Yeah.
It lends credibility,
Right.
reassures existing fans
Yeah.
that this is going to be done right.
This is going to be done right.
It's going to be respectful.
Now, of course,
Yeah.
it is still a Hollywood movie.
Right.
So we should probably expect
It's a little bit of hype.
a little bit of heightened drama.
Yeah, maybe some more dramatic crashes.
A few more
nail-biting finishes.
nail-biting finishes than you'd see in a single race weekend.
Yeah, it's Hollywood.
It's Hollywood.
They got to keep people entertained.
That's part of that cinematic license to thrill.
But the fact that they've used real drivers and real circuits
Right.
suggests to me that they have this strong
They're not just throwing it all away.
commitment to that authenticity.
It feels like a win-win
I think it is.
for F1 and for the movie industry.
It feels like it could be a win-win.
Because if they get it right,
Yeah.
this could be a gateway into F1
Yes.
for a whole new generation of fans.
Right. And
Yeah.
still be a captivating story for those who already love it.
Exactly. So everybody's happy.
All right, so let's put on our prediction goggles.
Okay.
Box office-wise,
All right.
this feels like a slam dunk.
I think so.
You've got Brad Pitt,
Yeah. Major star power.
major stat power.
Yeah.
You've got the visuals
I've seen glimpses and they look incredible.
that we've seen glimpses of,
Yeah.
and F1's growing popularity.
It's undeniable.
I'd be surprised if this wasn't
A hit.
a significant hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially with that June 2025 release.
Yeah, June 2025.
Prime time.
Prime time. Yeah, I mean, blockbuster season. Kaczynski's track record with those big, visually driven movies.
Yeah.
And then you've got the appeal of Brad Pitt
Right.
and the F1 world.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a success,
But what happens after the credits roll?
right?
F1 has this massive global presence.
Huge.
So many compelling characters and storylines.
It really does.
Could this just be the starting point for something bigger?
It has franchise potential.
Sequels.
Yeah.
Maybe even a series.
Yeah, exploring all these different facets.
Exploring all these different facets of the F1 world.
Yeah, there are so many stories.
There's so many stories.
Intense rivalries.
Yeah.
Fascinating personalities.
And long term,
Yeah.
I think this movie has the potential
Yeah,
to really cement F1's place
right.
in mainstream consciousness in the USA.
In America.
It could move beyond being a niche interest
Yeah.
to something that's just
Widely recognized.
widely recognized.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the UK.
It's a chance to see
A celebration.
a sport that's already so loved.
Yeah.
Celebrated on this global stage of Hollywood.
Take it to the next level.
Yeah.
It could be huge for F1.
Yeah, really integrating it into
Yeah.
global pop culture.
A global pop culture.
Similar to how other sports
Like baseball and basketball.
have been portrayed in movies and TV shows.
Exactly.
All right, so let's bring it all together for everyone listening.
Okay.
This F1 movie, coming in June 2025,
Yeah.
centers on the relationship between
Uh.
a veteran driver, Sonny Hayes,
Right?
and a determined rookie, Noah Pierce,
Right.
brought to life by a fantastic cast.
With some real F1 faces.
That even includes some real F1 faces.
Yeah.
The filmmakers went to these incredible lengths
It's amazing.
to capture the authenticity of
Yeah.
the sport
Filming during actual races.
by filming during actual Grand Prix races.
Wow.
This whole endeavor has the potential to boost F1's popularity,
Absolutely.
especially in key markets like the US and the UK. And who knows?
Yeah.
We might even see more F1 stories on screen
Fingers crossed.
down the line.
Yeah. It's exciting.
It's really exciting.
Yeah, it's a really fascinating intersection
Yeah.
of storytelling and real-world drama.
High-stakes Hollywood storytelling.
Yeah, exactly.
And the real-world drama and excitement of F1.
And it could have a real impact.
With the potential for a lasting impact.
Yeah, on how people see the sport.
Yeah, on the sport's visibility and the entertainment landscape.
It's a big deal.
So for you, the listener,
Yes.
keep an eye out for June 2025.
Set a reminder.
We'll definitely be tracking this
Yeah.
as we get closer to release.
We'll keep you updated.
And make sure you're subscribed for more deep dives into all the things that capture our attention.
We've got some great stuff coming up.
And on that note,
Okay.
here's a final thought to leave you with.
All right.
Considering this blend of real-world,
Yeah.
high-stakes competition
Yeah.
and blockbuster Hollywood storytelling, what aspects of F1
Right.
do you think the movie will emphasize most
Yeah.
for a wider audience?
Yeah, like the speed, the strategy, the
Yeah.
personalities, the technology.
The personality.
What's going to draw people in?
What's going to draw people in, and
Yeah.
how might that
Yeah.
affect how the sport is perceived
in the years to come?
in the years to come?
That's a great question.
It's something to think about,
Yeah.
and we'd love to hear your thoughts.
For sure.
So until next time,
Stay tuned.
stay tuned.